Good afternoon. The theme of today's event is mainly innovation, how innovation is the key factor of our success. I'm going to talk about innovation, but from different point of view, from the perception of a tech startup. There are many competitive advantages for corporations that can help them to succeed in innovations against startups. In one-on-one competition, startups most likely has less capital, less resources, less experience, and no business processes. But how corporation doesn't take all the possible opportunities out there, and how startups till now can create a breakthrough innovations. From my point of view, there are two main properties for innovation in many organizations. The first thing is resources. In corporations, they have, or most likely they have to reallocate resources when it comes to new innovation project, which might slow the operation. And the second thing is incentives. When we're talking about incentives, corporation cannot compete in that, because incentives for startups and entrepreneurs are very high. They're creating their own thing. They have equity. They have the majority of the shares of what they are creating. Which give us the third thing, which is consequences. If you can see this little bird, if it's trying to fly for the first time, it's a matter of life or death for us as entrepreneurs. Not like managers, it's mainly a bonus or promotion. So it's a little bit different. A lot different. The second thing is commitment. You know, if you're trying to cook egg with bacon, there is a famous quote say that the chicken was involved, but the cow was committed. So basically the chicken gave us the egg, but the cow has to sacrifice to give us the bacon. This is the differences. And there are a lot of interesting stories about sacrifices from tech startups and entrepreneurs. The last thing is coordination. In startups, it's mainly informal, intuitive, but in corporations, it's mainly managed, structured, and programmed. So for us as startups, it's more dynamic. It's more healthy environment for innovation. So this is supposed to be crowd analyzer, but I'm not sure about the background. So I'm the CEO and the co-founder of Crowd Analyzer. Crowd Analyzer is a tech startup, which is a social media monitoring platform that analyzes and help brands to analyze and search and monitor what's going on social media. And our innovation basically is in our ability to understand the Arabic and English text. And actually the Arabic text with different dialects. When we started Crowd Analyzer, we were using a sample methodology, the Lean Startup. How many of you know Lean Startup? Okay. Basically, Lean Startup is three processes. The first thing is that you have your ideas. We started last year, September 2013. We have an idea that we want to create a social media monitoring tool. We have a 4-year experience in language processing. We created a prototype, which is the code. They call it minimum viable product. And then we went to the market. We met our customers, our potential customers. We get with feedback, and we did this several times. We went from this in November 2013 to that in March 2014. And actually the innovation comes from our understanding from the customer needs. There are a lot of competitors out there, and our competitors are really awesome. Most of them has this kind of deep insights and colorful analytics. But there is only one gap. The gap is they might be building all the analysis on the wrong raw data. And mainly in the Arabic language, because our language is really dynamic. When the same word might have 2 or 3 different meanings. Ittisalat, for instance, means communication. So if you're trying to search about ittisalat in social media, you will get a lot of irrelevant data. Souk.com, Souk means market. Ittihad Airways, Ittihad means union. So this was the main problem that we were focused on. So we created an algorithm that can understand the meaning of the word based on the context. So we can get you what you're exactly looking for. So for Ittisalat, we get the Ittisalat, the brand, not Ittisalat as communication, as well as Souk and Ittihad Airways. So what we did in the last few months, we released our second beta version. We were incubated in Accelerator in Dubai. We won 4 competitions, as she mentioned, including ArabNet, IE Venture Day, Arabic Challenge. And we have 25 clients in our pipeline, and starting from last month, we have paying clients as well. And we closed our seed round of fund with 500,000 K. And actually, we are not the only startups in the region who are doing successfully in the early stage. Now we are incubated in N5. How many of you know about N5? Okay, great. So N5 is an incubator located in Media City. I'm proud to be one of the startups there, and I'm here actually representing them. There are a lot of startups there. If you can come just for one event to be into the ecosystem and know how entrepreneurs interact and how we're trying to build a healthy community to help us do and change the ecosystem for our startups. So thank you. I would like to see you all in our place. It's a nearby Knowledge Village, Media City. Thank you.
Can you give us examples of how you monitor? What's the use of the monitoring? What's the use of the monitoring?
What's the objective of monitoring?
Give us different examples, please.
Example of social media monitoring can be first like repetition management, to know what the people are thinking about your brand, to know the effectiveness of a TV campaign that you created, to enhance your customer service. Like the client doesn't have to mention your Twitter handle in order to you to respond to him. Like if I'm brand X, I want to complain about brand X. So I said I dislike brand X because of blah, 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 but I didn't mention the Twitter handle. So using social media marketing, you can get to this tweet. Otherwise, you cannot get it. And there's a lot of different objectives. Now we're creating a report analyzing what's happening last Ramadan and what's happening with the advertising, the TV shows that the people are interested in or they are talking about, and as well as the next Ramadan. So that they can maybe reallocate the budget based on our report and other market research agencies' report as well. So there's a lot of objectives.
I'm sorry, how a lot of the information must be useless. How do you go about it?
What do you mean useless?
All the information you find, a lot of it could be noise.
So that's why.
So
that's why we created this algorithm. Actually, we have different kind of algorithms, but this is the main one. The innovation in our startup is that we can understand the language, the Arabic and the English. So we can, first of all, understand the relevancy of the word, so we can bring you what you're looking for, like your brand that you're trying to search. As well as that we're doing sentiment analysis, so you can understand from all the tweets or all the mentions that you got through all the social media, what's positive or negative or neutral. And as well as we do dialect detection automatically, we can differentiate between different Arabic dialects. And also the demographics. We can understand the demographics based on the text. As you know, that it's different from if a guy or a girl is talking in Arabic. So we can understand all that based on the language.